Good afternoon, everyone. I am Nancy Thompson with Create with Nancy, and I'm coming to you live today. And I just need to fix something with my stream. Okay, I'm coming to you live today from Skinny Atlas, New York, and it's time for some creative ink. So if you're joining in, come on in and say hello and let me know you're here. And tell me what you've been up to today. It is chilly and cool here in central New York. It feels like we're back to winter. Let's see, what's today? Wednesday, and then Friday, we're supposed to get 80-degree weather again. Crazy, crazy weather. So hopefully you're in where it's warm and everything. So if you're joining in, come on in and say hello and let me know you're here. So hi Linda, you made it. Yay. I haven't messaged you yet. But anyways, I'll be messaging you later tonight, but I got your order placed and everything is there. So hi Shirley and Colleen, welcome, welcome. Okay, I've been busy purging my office, so that is, and I am nowhere near done. So literally going through every cabinet drawer and just pulling out so much stuff. So yes, so it's just time to do a whole clean out of everything. So I'm kind of like in the midst of that, and I'm anxious to get it all organized with all the new colors and cardstock that we just are getting with the color refresh, and just so I can create better, I think. So I'll be spending some time in the next month just kind of purging everything and going through stuff. Okay, so you got the, okay, great. All right. So hi, Pat and Stella. Welcome. Hey, Stella. Good to see you here. And Donna. All right. So let me see if I am having a sale. Stay tuned. It's coming soon. Okay. Not for like another month, but before the sale, there'll be an open house, and I'll have some details about that really shortly too. Okay, so I need to get like my office clean so I can get prepped for an open house, right? Because we all need that new catalog. Hi, Kathy, welcome. Okay, so let's get started because I've got some really fun things to share with you today. That's kind of why I was late. I was finishing up a couple projects, so I had more to share with you, right? Because we all want more stamping. There's just so much to share that I haven't used, and I also want to make sure that you take advantage of some awesome deals before they retire as well. Okay, so I pulled out this is one of my favorite sets right here. It's called Nature's Print, and we've used this before. It's got some really beautiful dies with it. It's got like this beautiful wreath and then dies to cut out your stamped images as well. Okay, and we've got some really beautiful sayings in this. Let me make sure you can see that, and I didn't look to see what page of the catalog it's on. In this beautiful label. I love the label die cut. It's got some beveled edging around it. I don't know if you guys can really see. There we go. You can kind of see it. And then of course some extra sprigs and stuff to add to go with your foliage. Okay, so we're going to use this today, and I've been trying to challenge myself to use stamp sets with paper you wouldn't think had any possibility of using it with. Okay, so this designer paper is out of the next annual catalog, 23 to 24 annual catalog, and it is called Bright and Beautiful Designer Paper. Okay, and this paper is geared to go with this new balloon bundle. And my office is such a mess, I can't locate the bundle. Okay, it's here somewhere, and because I'm just sorting through everything, right? I don't have my new sets up on my shelf yet. That's what I need to do next, is clear out the stamp sets and stuff. So let me I want to zoom in for you guys just a little bit. Whoops, that's a little too much, right? let's zoom in because I want you to see this designer paper. It's kind of cool and universal. So I think you're going to love using it for more than just balloons. So it's got a lot of the patterns have this variegated look to it. And you cannot order this until May 2nd, okay? Thanks, Linda. Linda says, thanks, Linda, that there's such unique papers I wouldn't even think of putting together. That's right. Well, Stampin' Up! Does such a beautiful job of, you know, creating stuff for us. So it's got these fun bubbles here, and then here's another variegated look. We've got some distressed stripes here. Some more washed out look, and these are so bright and bold. It's got some of our new colors in it. Lolly Lemon, or Lemon Lolly, returning in color, Lemon Lime Twist. Let's see what else. Pretty Peacock is coming back. There's Misty Moonlight in here, Berry Burst, and Bubble Bath are some of the new ones in here. We've got some stars here, another variegated one, some confetti, some more washed paper, some stars, more variegated, and then these fun squigglies here. Hi, Carol, and then some of this. This is like a Lost Lagoon Pretty Peacock, you know, scheme. This fun little squiggles too. This is definitely Pretty Peacock, okay? The other one was probably Lost Lagoon. This is a fun one as well. And wait till you see what else I do. I've got another project all ready for next week. We're going to use this paper again because you're going to fall in love with it. And this stamp set, a totally different stamp set as well. I can't wait to share it with you. This is the Lemon Lime Twist. It's just such a fun, bright, green to have, you know, just like lemon or lime sherbet, I guess. We've got some bubbles, some more circles there, this nice lemon lolly striped, some triangles, and this bubble bath one. And then these stars are I wish these were just a little bit brighter, but they do the job. And then this is a fun pattern as well. Okay, so beyond balloons, it's definitely great for the balloon set, and if I could show you the catalog I would, but I can't yet. So okay, so let's move on and talk about, we'll get going with our card. So can you see how this stamp set's going to pair with that paper? You will never guess, right? All right, so we are going to, you know what, I'm not sure if I got an ink pad here. Yes, phew. Okay, let me grab this ink pad. And we need some, I didn't grab scrap card stuff. I'm a hot mess today. Let's see if this is gonna work. Okay, we got an ink. We've got some scrap here. All right, we are going to use, and a block would be nice, Nancy, too, right? All right, I got the next card set up. So, hi, Carol and Betty and Gail. Welcome. Okay, so we need this, and then we need some words. We're going to use You're on My Mind and Hello There as well. So let's grab those out, and let's grab some blocks here as well for these two stamps. Okay, I'm not going to worry about them being straight because we're going to cut them out. Okay, so I'm using Fresh Freesia. I thought this paired well with the bubble bath. This is, okay, can you guys tell the difference? There we go. So this is Fresh Freesia right here, and then this is our new bubble bath. It is such a pretty soft pink. I can't wait for you guys to see this, okay? It's beautiful. It's just a nice, pretty, girly pink is what it is. So we're going to use that. In the Fresh Freesia, I thought just was a nice contrast for this. So we are going to ink this up, okay? And here we go. We're going to stamp the Fresh Freesia on there. And let me just move that out of the way. And then we're going to die cut this out. I'm going to grab the mini cut and emboss. Okay. And let's pull this into view here, and hopefully we're okay. Let's grab some pads. Let's see, this is the bottom one. Here we go with this. So this set will coordinate with the mini cut and emboss. So we are going to line up our die and create that sandwich. Hopefully I did. Okay, let me just grab this. All right, so there's that. We're gonna just set that aside, and we need to do our words. So let's just stamp our words here, and I'm gonna make sure I got we're gonna use the Stitch Circle dies, okay, for our words. So let's grab our Memento ink, and I think this will fit on there. Let's stamp that, and then this other one will go on here. Okay, so we got our words. We're all set with them. Let's so did you all hear the news? In case you didn't hear it, what was the big news? Anybody know what the big news of today is? So let me see. I'll see if you guys can guess what the big news of today is, right? So we're gonna put this onto here, and we're gonna just do this. Do that. I think we can cut these both at the same time, and we will be done. So this is just going to fit right in there. Didn't feel like it was going to, but it does. All right, so nobody knows what the big news is today? Okay, so today is free shipping. Stampin' Up! Is offering free shipping on any $75 or more order today. So it's a perfect time to grab those last minute items from the last chance list that you might have, and take care of and grab some free shipping. And don't forget, you know, it's a great time to even just stock up on basic supplies, because our white envelopes and vanilla envelopes are increasing in price, as well as the cardstock is only like 25 cents. I think it's 25 cents, 25 or 50 cents. So not too bad, you know, of an increase. And then what else is, and Tombow glue is going up drastically. So if you love the multi-purpose glue, this is a great time to stock up. Okay, so we're going to use, so this is going to be a fun fold card, okay? So I think I've zoomed in out a little too much. Let's, I think that's okay. So our card base, is going, Stella, great. You know what it is, free shipping. And hello, Jean. I'm so glad to see you here. So our card base is going to be 7.5 by 5.5, okay? And we're going to score it on this long side. Let me see here. I think I got a trimmer here. Hopefully, I'm not sure if we can see it in here. So we'll put the long side up here, okay? And trim and score it at 4 1/4, okay? Because that's usually our card base size, right? 4 1/4 or 5 1/2, depending on which way you cut your cardstock. And then we need a second piece, and this is the new Bubble Bath, okay? Of cardstock that is 4 inches by 4 1/4, and I'm scoring it at 1 inch. On the 4-inch side, okay, not the 4 1/4, on the 4-inch side, because we want this to be 4 1/4 inches tall is what we want, okay? And it's that simple. Let me make sure. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's 4 inches by 4 1/4 inches tall, and yep, it's a 1-inch score mark. Well, or you can put it on at 3 1/4 inches or 3 inches, and then score it as well, okay? Either way. Okay, so we're going to attach this to our card base first, okay? Because we want to be able to hide the seam, right? We don't want it stuck on the back of our card, right? So we want to hide it on the front. so I'm going to use our Seal Plus, okay? So I make sure, so we don't have to wait for the glue to dry. So hopefully we'll get this going right. It wants to, the cardstock wants to travel up the dispenser. So I've got our Seal Plus on here because you want, or you can use tear tape as well, okay? So I am just going to, you know what, I think I'm going to go like this so I can see it better. I'm going to just center this just up to that score line, okay? You know, it doesn't have to be perfect, all right? So you can see that that's there. You know what, it's got to go in just a little bit more. Hang on. Let's see if I can lift this without tearing it forever. You just have to take your time sometimes. Okay, phew. So let's see if we can do this. Let's get a little closer to the score line, I guess. Get it right on top of it. Let's check it before we do. Okay, we got it. So let's burnish this edge really well. Okay, and then burnish this one also as well. So here's our base. These are such easy fun folds to make. Okay, yes, oh yes, totally agree, Gail. I think Jane is planning to come back this summer. So before we adhere this, I need a piece of paper, grid paper. And I'm so sad that this grid paper retired in our catalog. Let's see, what do we want to add? Because we can add something from this stamp set. Let's see what else we can add. Let's add this sprig right here, okay, to the inside before we stamp. This fit on here okay? Yes, it will. Okay, let's go with Bubble Bath. So you guys can see what that looks like ink-wise. Let's ink this up. And then let's just kind of get this sprig here in the Bubble Bath. Okay, so we've got our inside decorated. So now we can adhere this. We can grab some Tombow glue for this. And yes, they are pretty colors. I'm excited. And open house, you'll see all the new colors, the new in colors, the ones that are coming with the color refresh. Just gonna be all kinds of fun things going on that day. And there we go. So we're gonna pretty up this card with lots of designer paper. We're gonna showcase off this and this and this, okay? So we're first going to, this is gonna go on the inside. I gotta find my sample here. Yes, this is gonna go on the inside like this. So let's add this here. This is just a nice subtle thinking of you card, I think. So I'm just kind of making sure that the designer paper is lining up with my white cardstock as well. And then we're going to have matchy sides over here. So let's add this over here. And let's see. Let me tell you guys the measurements. They're really easy. The smaller one is 2 3/4 by 4 inches. Okay, the size is 2 3/4. They're both the same size. My other sample, yeah, we're going with, you know what, I'm gonna just kind of look at this. Should we go with this on top right here? Can you guys see that right there? Or should we go with the bubbles, the smaller circles on top? Which one do you think would be better? I'm almost kind of leaning towards this one. What are your thoughts? And then let me open this card the other way. And then this would be here. What are your thoughts on this? Right here. Okay, so this is option number 1. Okay, And then option number 2 would be the opposite here, like this. So give me an idea what you guys are thinking about this. Well, I put some dimensionals on this, okay? So we're going to add some dimensionals to this as soon as I'll find them on my desk. I had plenty here and I'm not sure where they went. Okay, so let's do this. Option 1, Linda says. Beverly says 1. Anybody else? I agree with you. Not the bubble. Okay. Okay, we're going to go with option number 1. I'm so glad I asked you guys because my sample shows option number 2. So, and afterwards I'm like, you know what? You know, after I had it made, I'm like, you know, I should have probably turned that around the other way. Did the opposite. So, hindsight's 20/20, right? Okay, so let's go with this other color scheme here. So this gets layered here, right on there, okay? And then this is gonna go, we're gonna do the bubbles on this side. So let's make sure we do it appropriately. This is my favorite designs. I've already gone through 3 packages of this design, all right, because we did this for my team meeting on Sunday. This was one of the cards that they made, and they loved it. Okay, so I think that looks good. Great job, everybody. Okay, so now we can add this. We'll add our foliage here, and I've got glue on my fingertips, right? And ink all over them as well, because, whoops, that one went flying. It was flying like a spit wad there. Okay, so now we're gonna just kind of add that on there, and I need to do some twine here because we're gonna add a twine bow. I didn't do this ahead of time. I don't think I have something on my, nope, I don't have a pre-made one. Isn't that something? Okay, so in case, I love using a hair pick to make my bows. So it's just over the top, bring it around, or you can call this, you know, it's also a fork bowl technique. So I brought it around, okay, and I'm going down, got glue sticking to me, hang on, and going down through the middle, okay, through the middle, pulling it a little tight and coming up from the back to the front again and tying my knot. But if you can't figure it out, just Google fork bow technique, and then you just slide it off. You tie the knot really as tight as you can go, and we'll do that. Okay, I like these monochromatic cards I've been doing. Thanks, Gail. I don't know, it kind of makes you use limited supplies, right? So you don't feel like you have to have everything in the world, you know, to create with, or have a ton out either. So we're just going to pop that on. There we go. So we are going to create a little flap to kind of hold this down as well, okay? So we want to hold our flap a little bit closed. So we're going to add some dimensionals. I want to make sure we're in view here, right? Okay, we're done with that for right now. So I've already die cut the hello there, so we're going to add some dimensionals to this, and I'm just putting them in the center, okay? Because when the flap closes, I don't want them to get stuck on the dimensionals. Hopefully I got those over far enough. I think so. So let's just do this. So I think I'm going to turn it this way, upside down. So I'm going to just kind of pop this over until I can feel the dimensionals hit, but also make sure my words are straight. Well, that looks good. And then the flap just kind of tucks down in there and kind of holds your card closed. Isn't that cute? Okay, so what else are we going to add to this? We're going to add some bling. So let's add a little bit of bling here. We're using our Rhinestone Basic Jewels. So let's go one of each design. What did I do in my sample? Let's see. Let's go with a big one here, maybe a little one up there, and a medium size one down here. So there's our bling. It's not just beautiful, but we're going to add, so on the inside here, let's add You're on My Mind. So when you go, hello there, you're on my mind, and then you've got all this beautiful space here to write to them about. And this is soft enough so you can even write over it if you needed to have lots of space. So let's add this. All right, we've got that. And then, oh yeah, I didn't grab an envelope. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, so no designer paper today for this. We are going to use our stamps. So let's stamp with Fresh Freesia on the envelope. So let's just ink. You know what? There's probably enough ink on here, right? So let's just have a subtleness here. And I'm just going to use my breath to re-moisten the ink. Okay, hopefully this works, because it's been sitting there. All right, what do you guys think? Just that little bit of subtleness. I know my lighting is awful today, I think. Let me see if I can, maybe I don't, let me see if I can like tone it down a little bit, right? So, does that look better? Okay, so, and there's our sweet card right there. All right. Okay, thanks guys. I'm glad you love it. I don't know. So I didn't like take time to use other designs in here, but I'm sure other designs would go with this stamp set here. Okay. All right. So let's go on to another thing. Stampin' Up. Let's see, on Sarah's Douglas's page, she had a guest presenter and she shared this next idea on her page this week, and I just wanted to share it with you guys because I just love the concept of this next card. Okay, we are going to start with, so I've got two cards to share with you. One using the Lovely Linen, I think that's what it's called, designer paper. It's in our annual catalog and it's 60% off, I believe. So so for $4.80 for a 12 by 12 package of designer paper. So this is a really cool idea and a great way to also use up your scraps. You only need some 1 by 3 inch strips of designer paper, and that's all I did. I went through my scraps that I had and I pulled out these. Okay, so I'm gonna flip them over. Okay, and I'm using a note card, so let's fold our note card here. So it's very simple and easy. You don't even have to cut cardstock other than your designer paper, right? So even this design is a cool design too. So it's so easy with this designer paper to mix and match it and have some great things, designs and easy cards to even make for gifts or even to have on hand. This was what I was doing and why I was late for you guys today. Okay, let's see. So we're going with this, and you go up about, I don't know, a good 1/2 inch from the bottom. Okay, and make sure I've got this all, that I didn't mess up I wanted this one next. So we're going to go with this one here, and there is a right and wrong way to this. So I've got several designs to share with you with this paper. So we just butt them up against each other, and then this one will be next. So easy, isn't this? Simple and easy, and a really simple design. And then this one, I'm gonna go with the red. The red in the Evening Evergreen is retiring. So a lot of these colors in this paper are retiring. Whoops. Let's butt that up a little bit better. So Sweet Sorbet in here is carrying over, but Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, Pale Papaya are retiring, okay? But they're still usable. All right, so let's pair it with some flowers. So I pulled in these two other bundles, okay? Sentimental Park and Petal Park. These two are carrying over to our next catalog, and they have a fabulous punch that goes with it, all right? But the bundle pricing goes away May 2nd, May 1st, okay? So they'll carry over, but you cannot save your 10% if you wanted these. The punch goes with this, and then there's a die set, right? Yeah, there's a die set that goes with this as well. But I love the words in here, so we're going to use the word thanks out of here. And you know what? Maybe we could switch it up. Let's use thinking of you instead of thanks, okay? So thinking of you, because I've done several thanks cards. And let's pull in this. We got a piece of scrap. Let's get rid of the thanks off from there and stick this on the block. And can we do this? How does this look? No, I don't like that. Will this look good? Let's see. How do I want this to look? Because then we could stamp double duty, right? I guess I need to make sure this is straight, number one. Okay. And then let's just see how this looks. Okay, that looks good. So let's pull in our memento. We'll need to run. Okay, catch you later, Carol. Thanks. Let's see. So let's do thinking of you. Oh, it might be too high, but let's see. We're going to pull in my favorite punch, the decorative circle punch. This is carrying over, but it's going up in price from $19 to $22. So if you don't have this, highly recommend it. It's such an easy punch to use when you want to be quick and, fast with doing something. Love this. Oh, am I gonna is this gonna look okay? Okay. It just fits up in there. I was a little high there, but I think this will work because I need to have a little bit of room to add some flowers because we're going to use that stamp set to create some flowers on here. So here's that. So I pulled out, I've already stamped some flowers. I think we're going to go with all red, okay, on this. So let's, yeah, we're going to go with all red on this card. So let's, let me pull in my silicone mat here. This is great when you don't want to get any adhesive all over your mat. So I'm going to just add a little bit of glue there, and I've already stamped and punched out some leaves. So let's just stick a few of these behind. Yep, come on, leaf. Get on this flower. Okay, there's one, and then here is two right here. Okay, so we've got some leaves. We're going to put this one on flat, so let's add a little bit more adhesive. I'm going to do this. We're going to add it to our circle here. Okay, now we're going to pop this up, and I got glue all over again. So let's grab some dimensionals. And pop this up. Okay. So this is a great way to do some simple stamping, okay? Stampin' Up! Always encourages us to share simple stamping with our customers. Look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? Simple and easy. You can make a ton of these cards out of one package of designer paper. So we're going to just add another flower right about, so it's not covering up the U there, right there. And now it's time to add some bling. So let's add some bling. Let's add some more rhinestones here. Let's add one here, a medium size one up here. Let's see, right there. And then we're going to do a tiny one right in the center of that flower. So what do you guys think? Wasn't that like so cool and simple? And it's just a great, easy way to make a ton of paper, ton of cards, no less. And then here is a matching envelope. I love it. Okay, so let's look at, here's a couple other designs, okay? So there's a couple other designs. There's two. And then I thought, well, let's try it on these craft note cards. These are actually carrying over, which I'm so thrilled about, because they have that nice gifty box. So you get one. I wish there was like 2 or 3 gift boxes in there, or you could buy some extra ones. But this was a great way to add into the box as well. But that paper I think goes well. So do you think you like it on the white or the craft card bases? Let me know about that. Yes. Hi, Missy. So just like having the different flowers, it's such an easy punch to work with. You just have to kind of pay attention with the green leaves, getting them positioned on your scrap cardstock and punching them out. But they're so easy once you figure out the trick, because they're on like a slant on the punch. So you want to just get them stamped appropriately. Okay, so let's look at one more. I think I've got one more card here ready. So let's use the Bright and, did I say that name right? The Bright and Beautiful designer paper, right? The balloon, yes, Bright and Beautiful designer paper. Let's make a card with this one, this paper. So you can see that even this, using this stamp set is more than just using different designer paper, right? And there is designer paper in that Sweet collection called Regency, I think it's Regency Park designer paper. I've got some here, but it's not a full pack. But this has got fabulous paper as well that coordinates with that Sweet. So make sure to check that out. This is in our mini catalog, okay? So this would be fabulous with this card design as well. Not enough time in the day to create everything for you guys. Okay, so we got our note card base, and let's pull in our designs from the Bright and Beautiful designer paper. So this is what I've got. So let's add these to our card base. Okay, here, whoops. I set my brand new catalog on some glue today. I'm waiting for it to dry so I can try to erase it off. So let's just get this about a 1/2 inch up from the bottom, okay? And let's just keep continuing with our stacks of paper. Okay, there we go. And so simple stamping is what it's all about today. There we go. And let's add our final one. So you kind of want to, when you're thinking about doing this as well, is to kind of have like maybe a dark or subtle type pattern, and then get a little busy, a little subtle, and then a little busy. Okay, so that way you kind of breaks it up a little bit. Okay, let's add our greeting, right? Let's do thinking of you again, okay? Because that worked out okay, I think. So let's go a little bit more in the center this time. There we go. And our decorative circle punch. And let's see. I kind of like when I'm punching, I look at how my word is and kind of look up with the curves of the punch too, so it's pleasing to the eye. Okay. Okay, so I've already stamped and punched out some flowers. If I can find them here, I think I do. Or maybe not. No, I didn't do that because I wanted to share with you guys how to do this. Okay, so let's pull in because I wanted you to see how to stamp these, because this is a two-stepping stamp set, okay? So we're using Bubble Bath and Berry Burst, okay? And it's easier if you start with the outline. And usually the outline of your stamp is a darker color, okay? And two-step stamping is so fun and easy. Okay, and it's another tip here is to look to see how your stamps are lining up with your punch, okay? They're just a little bit of a slight angle where the larger one here is down, like angled down a little bit. Oh, I got ink on my punch. See, this is where I got like all inked up today. So we're gonna just kind of have the larger flower, more of a little bit of a lower angle, okay? And sometimes with two-step stamping, sometimes it's easier to stamp the inside and then the outside, but this one is easier to stamp the outline and then the inside. Okay, so that's our new returning in color, Berry Burst, okay? And let me close that up, and then we're going to use our new Bubble Bath. Okay, let's just stamp this up, and depending on the colors you're using, you may want to stamp the inside. If you're using maybe Berry Burst again, you could stamp off and get a lighter color for the inside, but this one lines up so beautifully. It's just, I love it. They did a really good job with this. There we go. We got some beautiful pinky flowers there. Okay. All right. So let me just kind of pop them out of the way so I don't get ink all over, right? Okay. So let's grab our punch, and it just slides in here. And let me just get it so you guys can see how beautifully it lines up. I'm off just a little bit. Hang on. See how beautiful it lines up? It just lines up so beautifully in the punch. And just punch it. There we go. Okay, so let's finish our cards. We've got our words. We've got a couple more leaves. So let's add some adhesive again to the back of our flower here. There we go. Add in the leaves. So one end is a little bit rounder and the other one is a little bit pointy. I stick the pointy end in. And let's add this one. Give it a minute to stick to each other. And then let's add this onto our words. There we go. So, and now dimensionals, which keep disappearing on me. Okay, I'm excited. I can't wait to order more, because we were, I think, like we had 4 designs that we could order. So I'm anxious to also get the others as well. Yes. And next week I'll be sharing this paper and one other paper that you're never gonna believe. Until I started playing with it with my team, they were just like in awe of what we created on Sunday. Okay, so let's add one more flower. Should we go with a bigger one, or maybe we should go up there with that? Let's, instead of over here, I think we're gonna go up there. So let's add a dimensional on there, and we are going to do, just kind of go like this. Okay, and then let's add some bling. Okay, so more bling. Oh, and speaking of team, I've got something to share. We had a challenge, and they love that part of it. And so bling. So I had, as you know, cleaning out my crafting area, I had a big bin of cardstock for them to pile through and take whatever they wanted to. So so their challenge was to create something with it, and one of them did. And she dropped it off today as a thank you gift. So here is this card. Let me see. And here's the envelope. So I just paired it with that circly type designer paper, and simple, isn't that? Here's a second one. And I just used kind of like, you know, did the designs a little bit different as well. So, yeah. So I hope you love this. But let me share you my one team member. She loves to create 3D things. And look at this sweet little box that she dropped off today. So she used some of the scraps to create, I'm sure it's one of our new die sets. Timeless something that she played around with. So a little sneak peek of another bundle that will be coming in our next catalog, and she blinged it up with all kinds of bling. She just loves doing so a big shout out to Jane for creating this, and she used the stamp set to stamp on the box. These are some, I'm not sure if these are carrying over or not. I think they are carrying over, but I can't be positive. But she loves creating 3D things like this, these little gifty type things. So I wanted to share that. And do I need to share anything else? If you haven't fallen in love, let me share with host code here, right? So there's still the April host code. So don't forget, free shipping today. It ends at midnight Eastern Mountain Standard Time. I didn't share this a couple weeks ago when I was sharing this designer paper. So, you know, and I'm not sure if the sunflower is still available or not, but this was a sweet card. I want to make more of these. And this is with the lovely linen design paper, because we used it with the thistle here, remember, and just simple basic stamping here with this. So you're using your designer paper and the envelope flap. Okay, you can go watch this video from a couple weeks ago and see that, but look at all these sweet designs and some of that retiring ribbon as well. I know, Colleen, isn't it pretty? Here's another thistle. I really love the thistle, and unfortunately the thistle is already sold out. I think they're both sold out design, but here's also the harvest one that would work as well. And here's another harvest one. And remember the sweet fun fold for this one as well. Our circle dies, they're still available, I believe. I haven't sold out, but they are retiring, so I'm going to miss them. It's got the scallop. This one actually has the stitching in it, but the solid one is, you know, included. So, okay, everybody, I hope you enjoyed today. If you have any questions, I'm around. I'm in my office cleaning away. So if you have any questions, feel free to message me. I'll be glad to help you place an order if you need, and I will see you next Wednesday for some more Creative Ink at 3 p.m. And I think you're gonna be surprised at what we create next week. Okay, all right, have an awesome weekend. Stay warm, stay cool. Coming up Friday, 80 degrees, and or wherever you are in the country. And thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.